Thank you for your patience. My name is Jason. Can I get a name to order?
Yeah, Caleb.
Caleb, how can I help you today?
I'll do a blonde grande.
Did you need any cream or sugar in that?
I do not.
Anything else for you?
That'll do it.
We'll see you for $3.21.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
No cream or sugar, not for me. No siree, Mr. 3. Dude, I was gonna ride my bike today. Maybe that's why I'm getting coffee. Maybe we'll do another car talk, bro. You wanna do a car talk? Explore life for a minute? Could do that. So let me get my coffee and then we'll do a nice little car talk. I like my car talks. I know you like my car talks too. Hold on, let me change this.
Howdy, Caleb.
Hey, Jason.
We got $3.21.
I don't know how much is left on this.
Let's see. Not to cover it.
Oh,
Did you
sweet.
need a stopper?
Yes, please.
Okay. There you are.
Thanks, Jason. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Nice fella. Very nice fella. I don't know how much is left on that card, but... Alright, my guys. My loving people. We are on. I had to make sure that we were on. I say that we have a grand old adventure. I'm also like not in a huge rush today because I have to be in there longer than other days, and I'm kind of at the point. There's the two Burmese mountain dogs. I'm kind of at the point. The reason why I say there's the two Burmese mountain dogs is because when I got beers this weekend, there's this lady that competitively did. Like, she competitively trained Burmese mountain dogs as like show dogs. I was like, that's such a cool thing to do. Yeah. I should have waited on that. But yeah, no, I wanted to do, I don't have to be, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out where to fucking start. As you can tell, when you don't know where to start, you just kind of run all over the place. But nonetheless, I don't have to, like, my work, we have this happy hour thing today because I was wanting to ride my bike into work today. It's like an hour ride down there. But then on the way back, at least the ride that I usually take on the way back is like about 2-ish hours or so. I could take the same way back, but it's not as pretty in a sense. Like, it works, but I like doing a full loop typically when I ride. So that's why I was thinking I could do something a bit different in a sense. Maybe not so much that, but it's also supposed to be like 83 today. It was more a matter of I have to stay until the happy hour thing that we have at like 4 or 4:30 or whatever it is. And I usually dip out at like 3-ish, 3:30 to kind of avoid traffic. Plus I get in at 7 a.m. most days when I go in. So what my thought was since I have to stay a bit longer, and now I'm gonna get red lights so that I don't get in as early. since I'd stay a bit longer due to the happy hour. I was like, well, I don't want to then have to ride my bike home at like 6, which I mean, I personally wouldn't mind doing that. Like I've done that beforehand. I have. I've been riding my bike out late all the time. Those are days where it's like, this is something for me to do for fun. And it's not that work isn't fun per se. Like it's enjoyable. It's okay. It's part of life, I suppose. I didn't want that to have to be like, I don't want to have to ride an extra 2 hours after going, like after work to go home. Because like I just like being able to explore on the bike. I like just being able to kind of go wherever it takes me. And if I ride it into work, then that means that I have to do this whole like, I have to get back home after the 2 hours where it's just like, well, what if I want to go somewhere else? But then it's like, it's dark and then I'm hungry. I need food, and it's something that I didn't necessarily want to have to do. If I didn't have the meeting today, or the happy hour, I totally would have rode today. At least that was my plan. That was my hope. Maybe not a hope. That was the plan, was to ride. And then I looked outside and I saw some clouds and I was like, alright, I guess it's not. And if I wake up and I feel like I need to ride, then I'll ride. But there's all those other aspects, and maybe this is just me making excuses for not riding. I also saw it though as then I'd have to, like, fitting all the stuff in my bag that I need, like different shoes, clothes. I don't know if it all would have fit, my food. So I was like, yeah, we'll call it for today and maybe do it tomorrow. We'll see. Because tomorrow might be a bit better. It's not going to be as warm as it is today. However, I know I haven't even had a whole sip of my coffee yet because it is a little hot. Oh my goodness. It's okay. We'll move over one. We'll try it. Hopefully I won't burn myself. Pretty good. I don't know if it's like first thing in the morning for this coffee, or if it's because I'm actually just saying like this type of coffee. I don't know. I don't know. But I usually just do drip. Well, yeah, I wanted to ride, but then I looked outside and I saw this. Like, I mean, it doesn't look, can't really see it all that well on the GoPro, but when I looked outside, it looked a little hazy on the mountaintops. It didn't say we were supposed to get rain, and I have ridden in rain beforehand. I was also carrying my backpack with me all the way down there. That was kind of the issue that I ran into. Like, if I was able to just keep most of my stuff there, which I could do that is an option. The riding would probably be a lot easier, so I don't have to like carry a 20-pound bag on my back or something like that. I know my backpack's not 20 pounds, but still. I really wanted to. Also at the same time, I don't want to have to leave my bike in the room without like a locker or anything like that, because my bike once got stolen as a kid. It was the coolest bike that I ever had. It was a bike with pegs on both sides. Maybe this happened after I got the concussion, so maybe I wanted it to happen. But I had a bike on both, it was pegs on both sides, front and back, and it was one of those bikes that like the front steering wheel thing could like turn around 360 without getting all tangled up because of somehow like with the wires and things like that. I don't know how it worked, but I could just like spin it and spin it. It was like a trick bike. The coolest bike that I ever had. And it got stolen, and I got very sad. Because I didn't lock it up one day after, like when I rode to school and I had a percussion lesson that day, so I didn't get it. And I didn't want that same thing to happen to my bike now. I know the bike now, if I ride it down to work, there is a bike room that does have lock, like you have to key in to get it, but don't wait. I don't want homeboy to move over right now. Dude, that's sun though. Jeez. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to worry about it, because whenever I ride my bike, I always, like, I don't let that shit leave my side. I've let it leave my side once. And I had to go into REI, and I asked these people to watch it for me for a moment, but for the most part, like, I never let it leave my side. I love my bike. My bike is great. It takes me all over the place. Needs a little bit of a tune-up. She's gone through some dirt, some grime. She needs cleaned. She's still doing great. So maybe, just maybe, we'll try it again one day. I should have gone on the other lane. That's on me. Yeah, maybe we'll try it again. I'd like to try it again. Or get her at least cleaned up and a little bit more ready to go to these places. Yeah, I know, I should have moved to the wrong lane. Give me 2 seconds. Come on. Thank you. And now we have to wait another second. Dude, that's some good coffee. I also wanted to talk about this past weekend that I had. I did a couple of things. Went on a hike, 2 hikes. I went on 2 hikes. I ran into this girl on one of the trails that I was coming down, which I thought that this was pretty exciting. Like, I saw her kind of going down when I was going up, and then when I finally reached the top, like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna head back down. And I ran down the mountain hill, and I saw this girl. I was like, she looked kind of cute, and I was like, hey, you know what? Let me just ask her, because I don't know where to meet women nowadays, and I don't like the dating apps. Like, the dating apps are just, they aren't for me by any means. It's not that they aren't for me, I just don't like, they seem very superficial a lot of the times. So I wanted to try something different, and that's where I was like, she's hiking by herself, I hike by myself, so I was like, hey, can I ask you something? She's like, yeah, sure. I was like, hey, do you usually go out and hike by yourself, or do things on your own? And she's like, yeah, most of the time. I was like, well, you think that you ever want to do something like with me sometime? And she's like, yeah, you seem like a cool guy. So I was like, would you like to give me your number, Snapchat, Instagram? She's like, I'll give you my number. And I was like, oh, thanks. And texting her back and forth. Apparently she's going to Austria sometime soon, which is pretty cool. But I like doing, like, meeting women that way. I'm trying to still go out on a date with her, possibly. We'll see. I mean, she does leave in a couple of months, so I don't know how worth it that will be, but I still think it'd be a fun experience to have. She apparently cooks a lot too, so we'll see. And then I ended up going on another, like, hike right after that with a friend of mine. I think she was thinking it was a date. I was trying my best to explicitly be like, this is not a date. I don't know how well that went over, because certain things I just don't want to, and this is just more of a me thing, and maybe you have a different point of view. I don't want to have to date a woman that's a child. Like, sorry. I don't want to date a woman that has children. I just don't. And I was thinking about this the other night as well too, was what if, like, because, okay, so she's coming out with me instead of hanging out with her kid, and I understand that she's still her own person, she's her own individual, she's her own, like, flesh and blood, but I'm just like, if your kid is, I'd say maybe 12 or younger, I don't know what age kids start to kind of distance themselves, and this probably isn't the case for every single kid. No, it wouldn't be the case for every single kid. But, like, there's a time where the kid, like, be with your kid. Like, I get that you still have a life, but, like, you had a kid. Take care of that kid. Don't be going out on dates with me. Like, I appreciate you doing that. But, like, to me, that shows me that if you and I were to get together and you had a kid, you would be prioritizing. Like, okay, if she already has a kid and I'm seeing her, and if her and I ended up getting together and having another kid, how would she treat that other kid? Our kid. I don't like that. It doesn't seem like she would be treating the kid with the same level of, it just seems kind of like, oh, I'm just going to pawn the kid off on grandma and grandpa for the week or the day. Like, I get it for a day or something like that. But I'm just like, I personally don't want that type of. Come on, Tundra. 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 I need to get in front of this Tundra. Or in front of these, like, trucks. Beautiful. Alright. Thank you, my guy. Yeah, I just... Dating single moms is weird, bro. I don't want to date single moms. I want to date women that are younger than me, that don't have kids, that are looking for a long-term relationship, even though I don't even know if I know how to have a long-term relationship. Like those, that is more of what I'm looking for and what I like to have. Because the reason for going with like younger women is then at least that point in time, we and her and I can spend a couple of years together before having kids. Like we can enjoy our lives together before having children. That I'm not saying they would, but that could potentially. You getting over too, dude? I don't know what you're doing. Are you gonna let me go up? I need to get over. Yeah, you're good, mate. That potentially could. Well, it's more if we have younger kids. Sorry, you guys. Traffic's just. I need to like focus on this, but I also want to focus on what I'm saying as well too. And I don't think anybody's gonna let me in, so we're gonna be here for a minute, and that's fine. We're in no rush right now, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, I just want a woman that's younger, where I can have our own kids. Because if I date a woman that's in her 30s, and I'm 29 now, and she's 35 or something like that, like, there's only so much time, like maybe 2-3 years, to have like a kid with her. But then it's like, well, then I also need to date her for like a year or two, and then get married. And that's like 2 years, 3 years right there. So then it's like we've already kind of, don't say like, oh, well, you can have kids like in your 40s and shit. It's like, yeah, sure you can. But like more health things start to come up at that point in time for women. And I'm not looking for that. Whereas like if it's a woman in 24, 23, something along those lines, 3-4 years, she's 26, I'm 34, 32, whatever it is, we can have a kid then. I can have kids until like, how grown a bike. I can have kids like way later. I don't have a biological clock, whereas she does. And don't get me wrong, like maybe I find the woman of my dreams, and maybe this is me being shallow by not wanting to date women that are older than myself due to the fact that I know that I won't be able to give me the life that I want. Then again, maybe that's me understanding like my worth and the things that I desire and the things that I want. I tried to let you over, Tesla. There's a sticker in front of me that says, "Please be patient. I am 9 years old." That's a good one. You also aren't an evil wizard. There's the other stickers on there. But yeah, that's just kind of my take. Like, the older women are more, like, they seem to understand a bit better than, like, younger women of what they want and where they're at type of thing. And I get it, I was the exact same way. But I also feel like women mature faster than men do a lot of the times. I just had always gone for older women because they seemed much more, they just seemed more mature. They seemed more understanding of what it was that they were wanting. They seemed more sexually active at the time, and that was the things that I was wanting. I was like, oh, I want a woman that's like incredibly sexually active, because it was fun. Like, that was a big driving factor for me. It was like the sex, but now it's like the sex is a byproduct. I'd rather have someone that I can like have a long, good like conversation with, somebody that can go on hikes and keep up and not bitch and moan about like, oh, it's so hard, or oh, this hill's so tall. Maybe that's me being a dick or something like that. Maybe I shouldn't take her on the hikes that I do. But I'm like, those are things that I enjoy. And if I know that there's girls out there that do exist that wouldn't bitch and moan about those things, because I've seen girls that go out and do backpacking trips, like solo ones. So I know they exist. I think it's just a matter of me going into these new places and being more clear and concise with the things that I do want, which I am getting a lot better at that. I am getting much better at that, which I'm proud of myself for doing that. Working on it. We're figuring things out. But I am leaning much more towards like wife, kids, someone in a house, like lots of land. I've been watching this other dude on YouTube, and I've watched some of his other like content, spiritual stuff. I really like his perspective. Like, he doesn't seem like he's trying to. He's not doing it just for the sake of like making lots of money. At least that's not the take that I've gotten. He has to make money, obviously, as like we all do, but it doesn't seem like he's like that's the main focus or goal of what he does, which is quite refreshing. And I'm trying to do the same thing myself as well too, even though I do want to also have like lots of money as well. I'm also reading a lot more now, which is really enjoyable. Not like these personal help books, I'm just reading like a fiction book, a sci-fi book, reading Dune, which is quite enjoyable. And it's fun going out, like maybe have a woman that I can go out with and do those things with. Dude, I'm just trying to have fun. Like, I spent these past 18 months, as maybe many of you know, like, I wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of like sitting at home, I was going on a lot of bike rides. I was meditating a lot. I was walking a lot. And now I'm trying to like explore a bit more, have more fun, kind of step out of my comfort zone a little bit, create different memories, different stories. Should have been fun. I've enjoyed them. I hope to keep making more of them as well too as time goes on. Oh, that was good. This is just like after being downtown and seeing all the beautiful women. Where's homeboy at? think, and this is more in regards to the biking stuff. I can't go like poo right in the morning. Me having to get on a bike first thing in the morning and then not having it poo. Like, that seems like that would be a little bit difficult. I also think I need to start building something again. I wanted to run ads to it instead of like doing the free like content in a sense, just because that could be a bit better. I don't know, we'll figure some things out. Just kind of letting myself go where I need to go, do what I need to do. Oh, my bad, lady. I'm gonna let you go. Ooh, I like that spot. Oh, wait, that's handicap. Hold on, actually it might not be. These spots are so nice because they're so big. All right, my guy. Talk to you later.